Hello, y'all. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to move things around. Okay. So tonight, we are going to do the Clemson version of the football wreath. Okay. So Clemson has orange and purple as their colors. Let's get that down there. So I cut orange and purple, and y'all, this is the Deco mesh from Sam's Club. Here we go. All right. So this is the sign I made. So it has the colors. It has some tiger paws. I actually did like a pattern in the tiger paws, if you can see. Okay, and then we have purple and orange embossed ribbon, and then this purple and orange that works for that football team. Okay, but you can see nothing says Clemson or anything like that on it. And what I did, hello, is very similar to yesterday, right? So I cut 30 inches of each. We're going to do color blocking today. So that's how we're going to do today. Okay. There we go. So we have a purple work frame today. And I did everything very, very similar, just so you could see kind of how it looks different when you do color blocking versus color spreading. Hello. Oh yeah, I know you are. These would probably be really popular in your area. Okay. Tomorrow I deliver all these. So I'm just opening the ties. It really just helps because then you don't have to try to do it in the middle of trying to put something down. All right. Okay. I did cut enough for one for each tie. So one curl. This is 30 inches, this is 10 inches. Okay. So we're just gonna tuck it under like we did yesterday, just so we don't have any frays. And then we'll go straight up the center. Okay, y'all, the Christmas tree is finally all fluffed out, so hopefully this week we can get started on it. I got to get that done, because before you know it, they're going to send me another tree. I have to get it done. Okay, so we're going to put a curl in it. Today we're going to put the same color that's in there. So this is color blocking. Okay. All right. So you can see it's all going to stay one color. And further, we will do the orange ribbon in there. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we do our little curl. That just helps it when we put it in the mesh. Then we're going to pull the whole thing out together and tie it down. I just like to curl my little ties in just to get them out of the way, because honestly, cutting them and having to throw them away is just a pain. So I'll just tuck it under. Just makes it easier. I like it. I think, hold on. Let me see. reach it. Hold on. Okay, let's see what the Christmas stuff is like. Okay, so this one is the metallic. Oh my gosh, that one's really nice. Can you see that? It's the like double foil. Okay, that one's nice. So essentially you get, I guess this is, I think these are both supposed to be gold, maybe just different gold colors. And then the rose gold. Let's see what the other one looks like. I'm going to tell you why I really like it. It's double the size of a normal mesh. And so the value is unbelievable. It's like, what do we figure? Like less than $3? Look at that. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Oh yeah, these are very nice. So you can see what they're like. They're super nice. So it's like $13 or $14 for 3 of them. And they're double rolls. So essentially for $14 you're getting 6 rolls of mesh. You can't really get that anywhere else like that. So I will tell you, it's definitely worth it. It's nice. It's all metallic. It's either metallic or slightly above metallic. So definitely it's worth it. And of course you can get several wreaths out of it since it's a double roll. Okay, so this one will do the purple. Yeah, right? It's crazy. Look, I'm not kidding. Sam's Club. It's only online, so you do have to get it online, but they have mesh, and it's 20 yards, 10-inch mesh, and it's super nice. And it's like $14 for 3 double meshes, which is essentially 6. Hey, baby. All right. It's crazy, right? It's an insane value, I'll tell you that. All right, so once we get these on, I want to take the 2 mesh that are next to each other and walk them down together. This way, it'll stand up and it will curl together. So they won't overlap each other, they'll curl together. Hello. Yeah, it will definitely save a good amount of money. And then of course they have their ribbons too. Some of their ribbons are great, some of their ribbons are but if you go to Sam's itself, on the shelf where the ribbon is, they have little samples. So just test the ones and then get the ones that you think are good. They have a lot of variety this year, so. There we go. Okay, we'll do orange with orange. Oh, yep. See, that's what I have too. It's definitely worth it because you get the business hours too. You can go in super early before people get there. Thank you. Okay. So you can see what color blocking is right. Like, it's truly blocks of color. So it definitely gives you a different look than spreading out your colors together. So what I mean is, if you were to put the purple curl with the orange instead of putting orange with orange, that would be color spreading. Putting the orange with the orange would be color blocking. And it does give you a different look. So then you see more of the individual colors. Oh, I'm so glad. I tell you, there are certain ones that are just always popular. And I will tell you that the football ones are always popular. But here's the thing, okay? What you cannot do, you cannot buy a sign or ribbon or anything else that has a trademarked image on it or text and sell it. You can't. Okay. That means if you bought it from Hobby Lobby, if you bought it from Shein or Temu or some sports store, you cannot use that and sell it on your wreath. Please don't do it. You will get yourself in trouble, and it is absolutely not worth it. Even if you sold that wreath for $10,000, it's still not worth it, because they can come back and take all the money that you made and charge you a whole bunch more. So don't do it. You just have to be really careful what you do. You know, you can use similar colors. Use generic stuff like this. This is generic. Generic. This is generic. It's nowhere on here does it have a copyrighted image, and doesn't even say the name of the team. So if you're careful, you can make it work. And you know what? If the person wants something really specific on it, they can add it when they take it home. You can't add it. Yeah. So please don't do it. I promise you. They do go after people. And they'll go to craft fairs too. So, and you can get your, if you have like an Etsy shop, you can get your shop suspended for having something on there that's trademarked. And they do go and look for things. Just because you haven't gotten caught doesn't mean it's okay. Yes, I have tried some of their velvet ribbon. I think it seems fine. With velvet ribbon, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you're getting the outdoor velvet ribbon, because there is a difference. There's an indoor one and an outdoor one. So make sure that you are using the outdoor one, because if you use the indoor one, it would just fall apart. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's funny is, when I was at the hospital and I first started selling wreaths, some of it was because I had put a wreath like this on my door. And then they were just selling off my door. So that's what kind of got me started doing this. I mean, I've made wreaths for many, many years, but yeah. Oops. There we go. Okay. I love the ruffle. What's your favorite method to do on a wreath? Mine is definitely ruffle. And the 30-inch ruffle at that. Yeah. You just have to read and make sure that it says it's okay for outdoor use. Generally, if it's wired, it is okay for outdoors. And I will tell you that using the unwired velvet ribbon is a lot more difficult to deal with than the wired, just because you really have to work it a certain way to get it to stay like you want. Actually, any unwired ribbon is like that. You can use it, but it's a little bit more difficult. Okay. There we go. I'm getting ready to do some new sign and ribbon sets. I had a bunch of stuff going on this weekend. I really wanted to get them done, but that didn't happen. My brother came today, so we spent time with him. But I'll be getting them hopefully out tomorrow. I love doing sign and ribbon sets. What I like is that you don't have to buy an entire roll just to do a wreath. And you don't have to buy 4 rolls. And everything's coordinated. All you have to do is get the mesh and frame. That's easy. Okay. There we go. There. So what do you think? Do you like the color blocking? Messy ruffle, yeah. I like that too. And then woodland ruffle. Yep, that's my second favorite for sure. The woodland ruffle / cruffle, whatever you call it. Yep, we're about to start on Christmas ones. There we go. Let me fix that. It was just standing straight up. Okay, so the tool, where it came from is, it's my tool. It's called the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool. And the person who's selling them for me right now is Susie's Recent Things. So if you look up Susie's Recent Things, it's the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool. You can also find it in my bio up there if you just follow the link. It'll be in there as well. because I still haven't gotten my machine set up, but we're going to work on that now. Now that it's finally cooler. And I can tolerate being in that metal building. Because my kids have taken over the garage. That's where I was going to put it. But that didn't work out. They have their exercise equipment down there, which they're not using. And their drums and guitars, which they're also not using. Sometimes you just have to laugh at it. But they have plans to use it. So I'll just leave it like it is. But when they decide to do it, I imagine they are waiting on the heat to go away like I have been. So, because it's not air conditioned in there. It's hot. So messy ruffles is when you don't even use like a tool or anything. You just kind of gather it together with your hands like this. So this would be a messy ruffle. And it is messy. But when you're putting it in on a evergreen, it ends up coming out really good. So yep, Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool, that's it. Awesome. It's called the Deco Mesh Ruffle Tool. And Zeke can give you a link for it. I know it looks like a, you know, like a clothes clip, but it's not. It's made specifically for mesh. It has little notches at the end so the mesh won't just come flying out. And it has kind of a flat end so that you can push your mesh down and have it sit up. There's also, of course, nothing that would clip it together. So it's wood. It does have kind of an opening like a, but here, let me show you what it looks like, the difference. Okay, so this is a closed clip. This is the Deco Mesh tool. So you can see they're very different. But I get that question a lot. Is that a closed clip? Nope. Yeah. All right. Here we go. There. On the last one, I'll spread out both sides. And I literally just hold them up against each other and then let go. So that way it will ruffle itself. See, if you don't, what happens is they start to smush each other. Smush, smush. How do you say that? Smush? I guess it's smush. But if you have them up against each other, then they end up holding each other up and they'll kind of keep their shape. Okay, so we're going to open the top up. And we're going to do the same thing on the top. I don't worry too much about the ribbons until the end because they're going to get smushed and pushed down. So okay. Yeah, see, I have fibromyalgia too, which is why we created the tool. My fibromyalgia, my hands are the worst, and my back. My hands and my back. So standing for long periods of time about kills me off. And my hands. If I use my hands too much, they hurt. So this helps because I use my hands to just kind of guide it, but I'm not actually doing this pulling motion. I'm pushing with my thumb. So that pulling motion, that's what was making my hands hurt so bad. It's also good if, you know, you struggle with making it. Makes it easier, for sure. Okay, that's funny. I just was showing that. Yeah. So this is a clothespin. See? This is not. You see the difference? This is also way wider than a clothespin. That's funny. I was just talking about that. Clothespins won't work though because you have to, you would have to open and close them. But this is not what I would call an expensive thing. So expensive that you would need to try to modify a clothespin. It is reasonably priced. And it'll last for a very long time. So I've had mine for years and it works fine. Okay. Spread this out a little. There we go. And I try to make sure that it's not going to squash the bottom. And then I'll spread out my ribbons like this. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad they liked it. You absolutely don't have to use it. You can just use your hands. It works just as well. It's really just made for those who want to use it. Definitely not a requirement. Okay. There we go. I like to do what I call bundles. This is one of the reasons why I like it, because I want to put everything in all at one time. I don't want to put one thing in and then put another thing in and put another thing in. I like to put it all at once because, thank y'all, because it's just faster to me and more efficient. I like it. On the top, I do spread out my ribbons so you can see them a little better. On the bottom, it's hard to do that because everything gets squashed from the top. It's just not as much room. So, I spread them out on the top so you can really see it. I think that the larger ribbons work really well if you put them down the middle because there's that opening in the mesh. And it doesn't get as squashed. Yeah, the poof with the woodland ruffle, I like that too. Hey! I like that too. There we go. One of the things I really like is that I can straighten out my ruffle once it's in here. If it's doing weird things, then I can fix it before it gets into the wreath. It can take a while on Etsy for sure. Thank you, baby. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's spread it out. There we go. Now this orange and purple is the dreaded silky ribbon, but it's the perfect colors combination for this particular thing, so I just deal with it. You can use them. They're not the most fun to use, but... So this is cut at 30 inches. These are cut at 10, and the ribbons are cut at 12 inches. So this is a 30-inch ruffle with a curl, 10-inch curl. Hello. So who has started decorating for Halloween yet? Have y'all started doing Halloween yet? There we go. You scratching on that ear, Belly? Oh, are they out? Are they out of stock? Give me a few days and check back. I just got to get that machine up. I was thinking about carrying the clippers again too. The blue clippers. Z and I were talking about that. Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. There we go. Oh, was it Susan Hatch? Oh, okay. So if it's out of stock on my website, you can go to Susie's Wreaths and Things A&D and you'll be able to find them there. That she sells them for me as well. I have not gotten my sheen back up yet. I have got to do that. I have all these really fun things planned to do. I was showing Z one of them today. Yeah, I bet it was Susan Hatch. I think she's on here. It's Susie, S-U-S-I-E, Wreaths and Things. I think you can also look up SWAT. A lot of times people do SWAT, S-W-A-T, SWAT. She also makes the Deco mesh holder. See, the thing I don't like about the satiny ribbon is it will tend to want to fold in on itself. So make sure you're using the wire to your advantage to help kind of combat that. Yep, exactly. Susie's Wreaths and Things SWAT. Yep, the ghost sign at the Dollar Tree. That's what she was asking about. Now I was going to get on my app tomorrow and see if any in my area have it too. I was showing my brother that today. It came out so cute. I had entirely too much fun making that. That was fun. Okay. Of course. Always happy to do that. I'd really like to be able to make some of those cute churches too, but ones that are nicer than the ones that we've been getting the last several years. They just look terrible to me. Wood's all rough, and I mean, it's like pallet wood, which is fine, but they could at least sand it. Come on, people. Sand it before you paint it and put snow on it. And lanterns. I want to do some lanterns. And organizers for our tools. I want to do that. And I have one of my children on board, so he's going to help me. Carson's going to help me do that. See how different it looks when you do the color blocking as opposed to the color spreading? There we go. There we go. Did I show you what we're doing next week? Look at these. Look at these that Teresa sent me from Wreath Addiction RN. Got those two. And that one. And of course my mom's already claimed that one. I love the embossed ribbon too. They're good. Their price is good and they hold up really well. And you would think that the color wouldn't be good. Like when they first came out I was worried, but the color's great. Anytime you can get something that's good value, I'm all for it. Whoops. I knocked my tool in the floor. There we go. It's not alive if I don't knock something in the floor. I can't help it. It's just what happens. Yeah, they are, aren't they? She is killing it with the wreath attachments. She really is. Okay. I will say that the purple and the orange Deco mesh is on the more basic side, just plain metallic mesh. It doesn't have any like special anything in it, but the others really do seem to have more in it, like thicker, a little bit thicker, like this one here. See how much thicker that is? Yes, I'm sure she does make custom attachments. Like she's probably working today. Or they might be out camping today. And she sews things too, not just, like I've still got one of her little gnomes. Look at this. See? That's what we're gonna use. We're gonna use that too. We have a lot to do. We have a lot of stuff to do. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'll kind of straighten out my ribbons a little bit because they'll always get squashed as you're putting things in. This is why you use the wired ribbons, because you can see it's easy to kind of make them go where you want them to go, so they'll stand up a little better. And then we'll kind of straighten out the bottom here. I'll kind of pull them up and go across. You can spread them out, but because of the way I color blocked, I really want to keep them together. So, just like that. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. Now look. See? Awesome. And it's kind of hard to see the colors, but you can see, well, you can't really. It's purple. Okay, so on TikTok, you can see the color a lot better. It's something about these lights. I don't know what it is, but hopefully when I take the picture, you'll be able to see it a little better. Here we go. Okay, so we'll just take our sign, use our little metal hole punch. Oh, a caramel apple. That's a great idea. That would be so cute. Actually, I think I made a pattern for that. She may have a pattern for that, because I'm pretty sure I did a pattern for one of those. I know I did. Okay. Kathy, have you ever thought about doing things like these for your area? Okay, so I cut about 20 inches or so. Then I just put it, this is 26 gauge wire. I just put it right through the hole. Twist a little just so it won't come out. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, we'll use one of our flexible weaving needles to get this tied on. I like to do that. There we go. So see how you can just push it right through the mesh. It's not going to hurt the mesh. Mesh already has tons of holes in it. It's not going to hurt it at all. Okay. Then I'm just going to twist it around the frame a few times. Like that. There we go. Then just trim it off. Okay. Then we'll kind of adjust our ribbons a little bit just to kind of fit this in there. So this is what I mean. See how you can bend the ribbon if it's wired? That really helps a lot. There we go. Yeah, she has some cute faces on there. Okay, so there's that side. All right. Okay. Get some of these ribbons out. We don't want to lose any of our pretty ribbon. We just don't want it to block our sign, so we'll just kind of adjust it. There we go. All right, let's take a look at it. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, see, when I'm holding it back here, it looks more like you can see the purple. See, aren't those colors so pretty? So you see how with the color blocking, you can really see the different colors. And when you're doing color spreading, it tends to look more uniform. So it just really depends on what look you like, but I like that. We'll do one soon where we do one color at the bottom and one color at the top. That's another fun way to. So you use the same methods, you just kind of change how you put everything together, and then it just makes it look different. Awesome. That was fun. All right, So I should be live Wednesday because Tuesday I have group. The metal signs are at RCL Signs and More. You can find it up in my bio up there. I make the signs, so yep. And I will tell you, metal signs are so much better to use because the colors and everything they get ingrained in with the sign, so it's not going to fade, it's not going to come off, and unlike the wood signs, it is not going to look like crap in a few months, and it's not going to rust because they're aluminum, so it's not going to rust. They're just awesome. Hey! Yep. So, and we have lots of different sizes. And we definitely have the best prices. I can tell you that for a fact. So, in the U.S., that is. All right. I hope y'all have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Now I can take all these over to the hospital and they can use them in their fundraiser. So, I know these will go. Those will be the first thing that goes. All right. Y'all have a wonderful one, and I should see you Wednesday night? Yes, Wednesday night.